I barely touched the desk.
Or no tiebreakers, that's how uncertain North America is. With only 2 regulation matches left to play, this is a big one. OG versus G2 for a shot at Shopify Rebellion in the finals.
OG on the path to the grand finals, but one giant beast and a couple of his underlings stand in the way. James Bott, G2 freestyled their way into Sunday. We're going to see more of that.
I mean, will we? That's the question that I've got is, will we see those crazy plays that G2 brought to the table yesterday? And now we're already seeing a quick start for G2. How long did that take, Derby?
Oh boy.
Exactly 6 seconds, James Bott.
Camera's frozen.
Down the field,
Again.
Out of the midfield, and a second follow-up touch to beat Noli. Easy does it. J-Naps, I mean, he's in a position, but not one that gets him the save.
Hot start from G2, who has been the hottest team in North America without a doubt. The only teams they've lost to in North America were M80 and Gen G. Against everyone else, G2 has been perfect. This is such an uphill battle for OG, and it continues to
Oh
be. So
boy, this is gonna be a real slow death, isn't it?
OG on this play. He just keeps. First, he's in the midfield. He pulls off of Daniel, so his teammate can come up, take the challenge. Daniel's got excellent control of the ball and only just rotates right in, expecting a quick challenge to happen. But Daniel still had control with no challenge coming. Nobody was there to defend the net. Just a complete breakdown there. And OG, they can't let the ones like that, ones like those through.
Ooh, got a double bump though. Nolly forcing that ball up into the corner. Demo from Beast Mode. Beast Mode flying upfield. You have to be careful of Beast Mode. His first, he actually jumped and pinches it with Atomic in the air. Expect that Beast Mode will be on the attacking backboard, looking for plays you might not expect, Jorby.
OG, no hold yet on the ball. Daniel forced him to give it up. Beast Mode's ready for it. We'll find it back to Calm on the slight pre-jump, as you called. He'll keep it going. Back to J-Naps. J-Naps looking for the double tap. Atomic catches him in stride.
J-Naps putting shots on target. It's one of the best shooters that Rocket League has ever seen. G2 will not want to give
Camelo has 6,000 more people watching him right now. Oh my god.
Required to put it on target. Now Calm is trying to make a play happen all on his own. That dunk from J-Naps clangs off the post and goes out. That was a scoring chance for OG, who have stabilized after giving up those 2 quick goals.
Not quite over yet on the push, although they're starting to lose control here. Calm wanted to stay.
Oh, not again. Okay, okay. I was gonna say Beast Mode scored from there. That would be really bad for OG.
Shake the ball off of G2. Atomic just drives for free on the flick. Beast Mode almost scores. OG get there in time, but there's too much pressure, and OG gave him too much space.
Like what? What are they meant to do? They're just gonna lose.
Diving in with 0. J-Naps also running on almost empty. That flick, even though it didn't go in, forced all the boost out of OG and also put them out of position. A controlled start for G2. And they are just that good at times, Jorby. It is a tough team to beat, G2, when they are playing at this level.
2 of these goals, they gave up the midfield to Daniel on an attempted fake challenge. Then they got scored on. And then that one, Atomic just dribbled the ball through, and everyone is expecting to defend the flick, but then Atomic flicked it. And no one from OG got the touch, but that touch, it doesn't matter because G2 come back and they delete you.
Nah.
OG have to press G2 and they can't
Next series, let's just go to the finals.
But it's gonna be tough when you're
G2 versus Shopify.
Daniel gets to keep the ball close. Beast Mode comes almost stealing the goal there. Noli picks up the save.
Fuck, did that even get close?
From OG, Nolly went for the pass, and G2 saw that play developing and instantly just went for the demo on the shooter. OG has had a couple looks, but
AC were just up 2-0, and then I look away for like a minute, look back, and they tied the series 2-all. What the hell?
Challenge, but J-Naps collects it nicely.
But did Casey even want to make it to Worlds? Let alone this major?
Oh, good idea to block him. Only had to stay back a bit. Khan was coming back to grab boost. He tried for the pinch this time. Ollie will leave the rotation.
That was a pretty nice
Go
pinch.
for the ball, though, and then
Just a
midfield
shame
is
no
over
one
for
could
G2
follow
again.
it.
Here's Daniel on the reset. Gets the dunk up high for Atomic. He wins the bout. Beast Mode flies in. Almost had it. JNAPS
Right.
with no boost will keep them out for now.
Oh
But
my
Daniel
God.
flings one right back to them. Off target. Calm into safety for JNAPS with a full tank of boost.
All right, JNAPS got control of the ball and the boost. Nolly waiting for a rebound here if it happens. Beast Mode getting it up and past Nolly. The dive from Calm. More offensive opportunities. We've seen some possession in G2's half. OG still have not been able to find that last pass or shot to get it by G2. Good speed at the midfield from Daniel. Keeps G2 on the attack. Might be a scoring chance there, but JNAPS again getting a save.
Good vision from JNAPS, anticipating that follow-up. Able to
Oh
cut
my
out the
God.
pass. Atomic misses a quick pass there.
Smells
No
like
blame
chips.
for sure.
I
And
don't
no
know what
boost.
from.
OG are just playing defense right now. Game one squarely
God damn,
in G2's
Casey
favor.
lost the
It got
first
away
game.
from OG early on.
Calmly blocker. Ooh, the Beast
Yeah,
Mode
up
managed to
50.
dodge that.
You know he's got the ball, fakes it to
Nope.
Calm, and a weak shot. All about timing as he expends the boost to get to the ball. And could not time it.
Bro,
Daniel will fall
Daniel's
away.
jumping
Game
like he
one
has 100
squarely in
boosts and he
G2's
has
hands.
literally zero.
OG can at least prevent the shutout. The flip reset pass doesn't find a teammate. And this game, it was just a rough start for OG.
Oh my God.
2 goals in the first 20 seconds that we saw. OG did start to fight back. They had possession. They had a few looks, but
Not gonna lie,
speed from
like I'm
G2
focusing on
too much to
this
handle. That
match.
America, it's not happening. Like, you cannot give them the space. I'm just, I'd love to see OG find a way to tighten that up here in game two.
And you talk about giving G2 the ball. A lot of times when the ball is given to G2, they don't give it up easy. I joked
Not at all.
yesterday that their cars were covered in pine tar. Every single one of them has excellent car control, world class. And that they're going to be able to keep that ball close to maintain as many options as possible. So we'll see how OG can respond to that. OG, one of the best teams at playing with low boost, but I think G2, one of the hardest teams to play when they've got it.
Just so good in that support role. But
Even when
OG are the
G2 look
support
awkward,
team.
they actually don't
They've
look
shown they
awkward.
can play with that
They
solid
just look like they're
structure.
playing slow.
Someone's always covered. They'll start with some offense. They're going to need to work for it. Calm steals the boost. Bumps Beast Mode out of the way. JNAPS comes in. But again, the layer from Atomic. He gets a perfect touch. Look how Nolly has to stretch just to get the ball back to his
I am
corner.
genuinely
Beast Mode
curious to
forces
know
the
how
50.
long it's going to
G2
take
don't get
before
that.
another region beats
That play
Europe
from
in a
Atomic was
major.
so good. He was the last one capable of making a stop on G2. Not only does he get the stop,
Because
but he's
it's been a
50
while.
and behind Nolly.
Like,
Now,
realistically,
G2 on the offensive
Gen G
attack, the flip reset
was 2/3
from
Europe
Beast
when
Mode.
they won, right?
Threatening, also forcing a lot of boost down. There's a team
So
leading
you'd
to
classify
that
them as
0
more of
boost.
Europe.
More
Like
boost
now
goals
you
for
wouldn't,
OG.
you'd classify them as North America, but considering it was their first major transferred over, I'd count them as Europe still. And they were just so dominant in North America because no one even knew how to play against them. So they then won that major.
As you can see, OG keeping the ball tight.
So
Nolly
when
to
was the
start.
last time
JNAPS
that
free
18
jumped
won?
his flick, but
It
went
was
too far
probably
ahead of him. Daniel kills it to the corner.
G2 in the first major
For a brief moment, Daniel will
2 years
flick it out
ago.
just because he had no boost. Does steal OG's corner in beast mode, hovering, cutting off some options, and it forced the ball out of
So,
JNAPS. But there's a bump,
yeah.
and another physical play. JNAPS, he just stayed upfield and was attacking.
I'm curious to see if
Daniel,
any
he
region
speed flips and actually forces Atomic into an awkward
will
situation.
take them. Like it's been close, it's made it to finals of the regions, but when it comes to that final push, it always seems to be Europe who takes it.
And well, how about that? JNAPS, he won't get an official assist.
Great
on the
example of that
scorecard,
is
but you might as well mark one
G2
down for him.
in
Picking
the
up
last
that first
major.
goal for OG.
He made it
A lot
all the
better
way
at the start, but
right
G2,
to the
now
end,
they can hit you right back with the right
and
hook.
then
That's
they
all will
lost.
take the goal.
Not too long after kickoff, yet again, beast mode jumping up and lands the bump on JNAPS on the back while you're sitting there and you're seeing him boosting and you're thinking, why is he doing that?
It was nice to see that, you know, OG got a goal, but I just didn't even bother really looking at it too crazily because I immediately knew that ain't gonna hold. They need to get like 3-4 goals
Just allowed him
to make me feel confident in them holding a lead.
and let Atomic come in to take.
I mean, getting a goal is getting a goal in the end, but
the landing, everything from beast mode.
oh, and it's
At this
G2.
point, we are definitely not surprised. He has been having one heck of a tournament. Nolly stays with it. Nice follow-up there. Change of speed. Felt the pressure coming from the left side. Now OG moved down the field.
That was a good look
And
there.
Nolly's first
That was
50
smart.
creates this
Oh, and it
opportunity,
actually did
and
go
he
in.
gets to collect.
The patience from Calm as well. He's low boost, but he's still dribbling. And even though his flick
That was
didn't
nice.
score, he stays in the play, looks for the demo, lands the demo, still stays in the play, makes sure that that ball is going to go in the net. Landed a bump, not sure if the bump was necessary, but Calm was doing work. And now we see a planned kickoff play from OG.
Oh. Now, Nolly again. You talk about the speed change on the first challenge that led to that goal. With G2's confident rotations, they could really catch them out, and it did that last time. He almost did it again there on that last play. Nolly really locking in the brain. When the neurons are firing well, OG look like a real threat right now against G2. Atomic pops it up, and stolen!
Oh.
Beast mode from space!
Oh my god, bro.
This
He
is
50
why
each
G2
up.
is so fun to watch. Beast mode
Why is he there like that? How has he done that? Brother, he challenges someone in the air, lands on the roof, stays there on the backboard, and then when he needs to, he jumps off the ceiling and then just redirects it into the net. Who the fuck does that?
Beast mode. Just beast mode being beast mode, please. I think I could watch it on loop for 10 hours.
Well, that's what we were talking about earlier, Jorby. As first man beast mode.
I love it, but like, what? That was like great. That just blows that spot. Oh.
For beast mode's shadow. Forget looking for his car. Just try to find his shadow.
Yeah, when you're watching Gyro's POV during the pre-show today, the shadow was the forebearer to, well, for Dignitas, not a great result, but for G2, I mean, man, I still thinking about Atomic, what he said. It's like, you know what? That was the best pre-jump we ever hit. Well, Beast Mode's really doing his best to try to one-up it today. Nolly getting the demo. OG aren't done just yet.
He stays in the play and makes magic happen, but like you said, we got to get back into this game. Still a tie ball game. It might be a go-ahead chance. Calm. The delayed shot forces two to go from G2. OG. They are not intimidated, and now triple commit out of G2. Will they be able to capitalize? Not only back to a flip reset. Calm was expecting a pass in field. Still staying up field. That pinch is going to send it all the way back to Atomic, who centers it. Calm just trying to get this ball away from the center. Beast mode.
What?
Still getting a piece of that ball. Calm, though, so patient earlier. That led to a goal for OG. Patiently handled that ball as well.
Oh, great reset touch from Daniel, but a weak shot.
This is very close, actually, this
OG
game.
looked vulnerable there. If Atomic top bins that, that's a G2 win at the end of the game. They still got the pressure. Atomic gets the pass, and it's in! Beast mode does it again!
Why did I open my mouth? I do this every time. Every single time. Bro. Oh wait, shit. George is Growly, Breezy, and I didn't see who the other guy was. Dudes.
The first layer of
That happened. I don't remember that being that roster.
in your half, and then it's like Daniel hasn't really even been tested yet.
Yeah.
But George now have to reverse sweep to win. And Casey head down. Oh.
They were leading that last game. They looked good, but it's that G2 effect. They, like I was saying before, Jorby, besides M80 and Gen G, they haven't
Bro,
lost
I don't
anyone
know what
else
has to happen on that team. They have such a good roster with a great coach. Everything is just great about that KC roster, but they're just not clicking right now. I don't understand.
Upside down really adds. Obviously, game 3-dimensional.
Yeah.
Feels like Beast Mode's finding some extra layers in those dimensions.
Maybe even 4D.
Well, that bump was
Maybe
nice.
Test for Beast Mode.
Honestly, I'm starting to believe it. He can insert himself anywhere in the timeline. That'll start to explain some of the plays he's been able to cook up. Let's see what OG can do, though. They took their time out. They took their minute. Sometimes all you have to do is take your moment. They did play a solid game for the most part in that game, too.
Oh, here's a scoring chance. Beast Mode immediately jumping up to try to knock off that shooting angle. successfully did so, but you're right, Jarby. OG is a team that can bounce back. We've seen them make those adjustments. I love the professionalism that you see from OG. They break down the game, and you know they just look at that next step and approach it methodically.
Beast Mode covers them again. Calm is creating negative space. Actually holding on to his boost well, beating Daniel on the 50. Atomic was still landing. JNAPS doesn't have boost. He can't press. He will deny G2 their corner, and Atomic will break the rule 1 as Calm takes the challenge and pops up for Beast Mode with a perfect catch again.
See Nolly with a tip. Daniels has a little bit of space, goes for a demo, lands it, but another trade from Nolly gives space for JNAPS, who flicks it up and over 1. Atomic in support, demos all over the field. Calm will bounce it down. JNAPS will be able to take over. Goes for a 50, does push it back. So this is an all-out battle for control of the midfield. Right now, we see OG hanging in there.
OG are playing for 50s once they get into this half. G2 all fully tanked, and you saw him in the air just trying to figure out, all right, how do I actually get this back to my team, or how do I get this into maybe a neutral space?
Uh-oh.
And OG are just
That's
trying to
awkward.
get back to the ball. Nolly will have some space, but he just gave it right back to Daniel, who came flying from
Bro,
the side of the
that
screen.
was such a
And
weird jump
wins
from
2
Daniel.
touches. Even when OG find ways to create
Oh
space,
my
they
God.
still have to defend the heat. And they do not have air conditioning right now. OG, Nolly with the follow-up touch, getting it through beast mode, but Calm loses to Atomic. 2 touches wide, and Daniel off for a moment. We'll see what JNAPS can do.
Such an impact win there from Atomic at the midfield.
Oh my God.
You see more of this battle take place. OG not trying to give Beast Mode the opportunity to push that far up, and they've been succeeding so far. Nolly up and over 1, but Daniel's already in the air. G2 forcing that ball up early, and they have that second man right there ready to go.
Still some space. They can't go for the boost. Nolly got a full tank off the ceiling. And I mean, that's just a dead play right there. You had support that was back. They needed something a little juicier from Nolly on that play. And it was tough for him to really get back to the ball after his reset. JNAPS trying to keep together what they were building. But it's about as precarious as a house of cards right now for OG. However, if you can maintain balance, you can still find some success. However, Beast Mode, he's got quite the windpipe. And it's tough to keep that house of cards stable.
Now low boost for JNAPS and Calm. Nolly, the only player in that moment who had boost. Is going to try to be patient here. Daniel, the shot down, Nolly! He gets the touch and saves it off the goal line. What a play there
Oh
from
my
Nolly.
Lord.
Calm up quickly. Nolly needs boost. JNAPS is playing third with 100. Reads that quickly, and it's a decent catch, but he's got no boost left. And it forces Beast Mode into the touch. Daniel was ready to read it, fakes the first touch to get by Nolly, but the follow-ups are there for OG. They get to keep possession. Pass to JNAPS, looking for the backboard. Atomic ain't giving it to him, and Beast Mode covers the heavy touch from Atomic. OG are forced back again.
Oh, this is a great setup. Daniel's already.
Oh my God, Daniel.
No respect on that challenge.
Nolly's rotated back. Atomic again. The touch. Good challenge from Nolly. Rolled his car to get centered behind the ball. It doesn't matter though, because the follow-up is Beast Mode coming in back
and
to
then
Daniel.
gonna
Pitches it
follow.
high.
Okay, no
They know they have
thumbs up
OG
for
on the
that.
stretch. Calm's got no boost. JNAPS barely has anything.
I swear to
He's
God,
off
if it's
the
another
back.
0-second
Beast Mode
goal,
shot
like
Nolly
last second goal,
downfield, but
that's
nobody
bad.
can receive. G2 will keep it tight and hang on.
JNAPS.
is ready for that touch, but it will not matter. Daniel still there for the layers. Atomic
G2's going
got
for
the
it.
grab. Here he goes to Beast Mode. Nolly cuts him out. OG won it
Hey,
right back.
King.
JNAPS with the
Calm.
fake. Calm. Catch.
Bang!
G2
They got a game.
fire, and OG burned them. Oh, JNAPS brings out the punching bag. And do look a little vulnerable. They're not playing their best
Looks
self,
possible
but
for George to
I think
win,
that was a
but
pretty decent G2
considering they have
OG
no
G2
extra lives,
game
they're in
number
a
3. So the
shit
timeout
spot
off
for it.
Works out. Now they got to keep it going. We'll see if
Plus,
we
they
can
still
even
have to
up the
win this
series.
overtime to even have that
G2
chance to begin with.
We know how they love to play with the
Oh.
pressure, and that's, well, that time he missed. Beast Mode hitting it off the bar, had to account for an OG player sitting along the goal line. Nolly will get the challenge. Be forced back for Beast Mode as G2 look for a way out.
You said it. You know, this is a a big series for OG. Shopify already making the finals, and oh man, beast mode.
Oh boy.
He clicks again.
And Nolly just a little farther behind from Atomic, and he gets a great follow-up touch for Beast Mode, who, you know, inertia was his best friend. He got him.
Just amazing.
Beast Mode had him all hook, line, and sinker,
That's
going
GG's.
up, making him think
Basically
that he
can't
would
make
go
it.
for a double tap off the backboard, but immediately reels back and goes for a delayed
They
shot.
can at least make this regional and do something,
Again,
but they have to
speedy in
win
the midfield.
2
No,
games
OG
without
was
losing
ready.
1.
Come diving back, makes one heck of an adjustment to get that ball downfield. Back to JNaps, got the boost steal. It's all about just whittling G2 down. OG aren't thinking about an immediate shot. They're thinking about how can we actually starve G2 out, get them off the board, and create quality opportunities. You talk about the professionalism and the smarts from this OG team. They know exactly what they have to do to beat this team, but doing it consistently and actually getting G2 off of those boost pads, that's the tough bout. Com's making it happen, getting the demo. Atomic forced to do a heavy touch, but now he's got no boost. The midfield doesn't spawn for him. He's happy the corner is, though. Com will protect his own as well. OG have to fight hard against beast mode.
So OG can be in control of their own destiny if they win out. Shopify making the grand finals. It was not what OG wanted to see. Right now, picking up those points. OG could be looking at a tiebreaker unless Shopify even does more. But so much to play for OG, whereas G2, they're basically playing just to lock in the #1 NA seeds at Worlds, and we see the equalizer come out.
Okay, calm.
OG not giving
It's a
up
great,
just yet.
great job by
nice
JNaps
feed
to
from
get that
JNaps.
mid like that with a
Daniel
flick.
covered the high beast mode, couldn't get there. JNaps lobbed up a perfect flick pass to Com, beating beast mode, and that has not happened often. Usually you gotta send 2 players to beat him. JNaps does it himself.
Again. JNaps was so good on that play, and you were seeing another kickoff strat. We saw the fake kickoff before from OG. We see it again. Good call off as well, with JNaps letting Nolly take that ball upfield. Just love the teamwork. And you can just tell that every one of those players on OG, students of the game, trying to squeeze every bit of value out of any territory they've gained, every little bit of boost they have. OG not giving up yet.
Com downfield, but his teammate got deleted. JNaps reads quickly against Daniel, willing to play that aggressive. Back to Com. Nolly underneath. He slips it through. Beast mode
Okay.
back. OG in position.
Wow, okay. OG are really putting up a fight right now. This is actually looking pretty decent for them.
Taking Atomic out, clears the path.
They've got a long way to go before, you know, they're putting G2 on the back foot, making them look like they're in trouble, but
The question is, can OG hold on to this lead?
yeah. They're looking right, they're looking real good right now.
Daniel pops it up for himself.
Demo from behind as
Oh,
well.
miss from Atomic.
Yeah, this will be the craziest NA tournament we've had this year, and probably, actually probably in the past few years, like properly, because like, we'll have 2 teams who are both not even like meant to be there in the finals, and in the semis, we had 2 teams who weren't even meant to be there already, and they had to verse each other, forcing at least one. And then now OG are looking pretty decent. Do the exact same thing, so not bad.
Now you might be, if this keeps up, the 4-way tiebreak.
Bro, Camelo just getting more and more people on his stream. No, not Camelo, Cometo. 45,000 people are watching it, compared to the RLCS stream with 28.5. Bro, OG are on fire in game 4. This is ridiculous.
Chasing this in, doesn't even jump into that. And that
Hello.
50 allowed the ball to leak out perfectly to JNaps. And even on the play before, I love that Nolly is not rushing things. He even let Daniel steal a boost. We see another fake kickoff, and G2 walks right into it again. But it doesn't pan out there for OG, and now things get interesting. G2 cutting the lead to just 2.
Atomic changing the speed on the 50, and then beast mode plucking an OG player off the pitch on the demo. They were bunched up. Beast mode was coming from the other side, but Atomic at the very start of that, changing the speed. He approached the ball quickly, stopped, and that totally froze OG for a moment. That froze the backline, allowed beast mode to get that demo. That was a big stopper for G2. Up high again. They might get this. Ooh. Just wide.
OG will catch their breath. Atomic is going to push that upfield. Beast mode immediately started heading downfield. They'd get that little pop. Good 50 there from OG. OG have to survive for less than a minute. They've got 2 goals helping them out. 2-goal padding. Atomic breaking the rule 1 with Calm. I don't know if you saw that down on the opposite side of the field.
He did that last game too. Calm has asked him twice. And Atomic said no. We know how that goes for teams. However, G2 have the ball. Daniel throws it high. Thought the backboard was open. Calm got back to it.
Okay, well, we're gonna have a tied series.
He knew he had to get back to it, and he does. He had a helpful 50-50 from Nolly.
Well played to OG.
That will help keep
They are
OG
making this look competitive.
in the lead. Help keep them
Did I
in
expect it?
possession.
No.
Beastman will try
Will
one
I
more
accept it?
pop.
Absolutely.
Couldn't find the rim, but
Ooh, there is
Beastman
actually a
does
chance now.
splash it right
Ooh.
through the center. And all of a sudden, it's a question mark, James.
I mean, we've seen a lot of 0-second goals this weekend. Surely it won't happen again.
Let's see.
See what happens off
Big kickoff.
Oh, looks like a pretty standard one. Beast mode passes across the middle, but it's right to JNaps. No psycho for Daniel. JNaps trying to get this ball.
Never
to the
count
ground.
it out
Atomic's
until the
airborne.
series is done.
Flip reset.
I mean, not
Okay.
until it's such a good. Holy shit! What is wrong with my?
Off his scent. Little do you know, he's never guessing. He always knows the answer. But we're going to Aquadome. Game number 5. Winner goes to match point. OG have so much at stake. They lose here. They need G2 to win just to play a tiebreaker against Shopify Rebellion. But if they win, they can just do it themselves and make it to London. Let's see if they can keep the momentum rolling. We're underway.
We saw multiple fake kickoffs from OG last game. See if they keep reaching into those strategies, trying to make things work, or if they think G2 is already caught on. Beast mode.
Saw a video from Alpha kept.
Working with some space.
I think it was just well, it was Moist. It was Moist versus Genji, and he was talking about, you know, EU versus NA depth. A little, like, it was only a tiny little bit in the stream, but after today, I just gotta say, the whole depth thing has changed. Because before, it was like, you know, 1 or 2 teams would get upset or whatever, and that was called depth. That's just a goal. Okay. Nice. But now there's been like almost every top team just got upset in the uppers and had to qualify lowers. And I don't know if anyone lost in lowers. They should have made it, but holy shit. Still, regardless. That's ridiculous.
Start of this season, James. It didn't look great. And I think a lot of people might have been skeptical of the roster when they first started.
They were almost swept out of Swiss. And ever since we're sweeping the Swiss, they have been a different team.
They really have. And I mean, you talked about it too, like their ability to support each other and really their smarts behind the ball. The speed changes in this game against G2. Like OG have only gotten better this season. And it's been impressive.
That much is true. What they're saying, OG have only just gotten better, but also at the same time, it's been very rocky.
Players composed of people who say are these support players. They're not superstars. You know, they showed everyone that they are superstars. They have the talent and they have the desire to win. And I think their serious approach to the game and professionalism has made them.
It doesn't matter if they're support players or not.
They have
Support players can be just as good as star players. It's just a matter of perspective on the field. Oh, calm. Shit on them. Just shit on them. Did OG call their timeout? Yeah, they did. And then G2 just did now.
Off of his ball in the carry earlier, and Com's over here. It's like, hang on, let me give you something actually to scream about. JNAPS. Oh, that's about the belief. Beast Mode was there. I think JNAPS might have left that, seeing Beast Mode on the side. Didn't want to give him a free 50 back to his teammate. Daniel, without any boost, drops it down. Nolly was ready, and he'll keep the ball tight. Neutral hop to stay near. And a bit of a tie-up with JNAPS, but play it back to him, and maybe he'll have success. They missed the bump. Com just has to buy time, but JNAP's got that midfield boost. And that boost battle has been under constant contention between these two. OG are getting a little bit more of it right now, but G2 finally press.
Low boost here for Com. He's trying to find JNAPS on the outlet. Still hits the ball to open space that forced G2 all the way back.
G2 need to score. They actually need to score because they're in a struggle spot right now.
Beast Mode was wreaking havoc up on their own back wall. Playing that first man so deep, but
For real though? This is nutty by OG. They are really trying to show that they deserve to make this major.
And what a response and adjustment.
This major kind of reminds me of the whole BDS situation where they're getting the points that they need to make it, but some of their losses and the way they play just make me refuse to believe it. That's what happened in the first major. They just didn't look like they were going to. They looked like they were just going to get swept over and over again in Swiss. But then they didn't. Then they got enough points to make it. But this time around, they genuinely look like, I would say, consistently the fourth best team. They look good. They look very much in contention. Although, to be fair, and saying that, G2 are not out of this game, and are definitely not out of the series. So we've got to hold our tongues now, because there is a chance that OG will just flop from now on, for all we know. And G2 will just run away with the series. And that's not in how? What? You're alright?
I can't believe it. That was so close to being a goal. G2 survived by the skin of their teeth. Beast Mode off the ceiling again. Beast Mode is the
What I just said.
And he swoops in for
What the fuck did I just say? What did I just say? Do I need to like? What do I have to do? Am I Jesus?
But that's not because he went invisible. That's
The
just because
fuck
he's
is going on?
He's got infinite ammo. Beast Mode. Another touch for him off the kickoff, but Nolly tries to get that across, and now that mistake earlier from OG really gets highlighted. One where you had control of this game. You were talking about thinking of a match point. JNAPS now has to create that match point through this 50, through this pressure. Daniel being fought with by JNAPS, and Atomic was ready for this touch. Nolly gets bumped out of the way. Com is against Beast Mode. Atomic there, so is JNAPS. OG are hanging on. Nolly in the midfield wants to find JNAPS, but he ended up ripping it straight onto the board. Beast Mode goes through. Atomic gonna find the next touch.
It's only a tied series now, tied game now, but
they still got over him. Could have been.
And I don't want that.
Now Beast Mode trying to work.
Not against G2.
Atomic at low time. We've seen him do this before. Infield pass. It's up and over. Nolly. The save. It's still floating in front of OG's net.
Jesus.
Gets it by one, and we've got overtime to put either OG or G2 on match point. Kickoff strat again from OG.
Hey yo.
They got him. Com gets the 50 as well.
Solar in my ball for a change.
Sitting in the midfield. He has to wait for Atomic, and there's also Daniel on the wing.
Game 5, 1-all. The series with a minute and a half left.
I don't know how JNAPS won that boost. How did he win that?
That forces Atomic to go all the way back and lets JNAPS get that 50.
Gotta swing back though, because Daniel's got a full tank.
Uh-oh.
He's got a free ball. Got a reset.
Oh.
Diving back, he's got the save.
What?
To get through the midfield. Beast Mode goes back. He'll let Atomic boom it. Daniel's already there in the third, but it drops straight down for OG. Ball security needs to be at the forefront of their minds on defense. They break out, but can they take control of this ball? Beast Mode with a full tank will get another clear downfield. Good lineup from JNAPS on the 50. Daniel pitches it away. Com's got to think about where to put this, and he just goes front forward into G2.
Now Beast Mode will have a little space here. Nolly trying to be patient. He backflipped on the wall.
Oh, it's not in still. What the fuck?
Trajectory. OG was trying to block off all options. There's the demos. How is OG
This is so weird. Uh-oh, beast mode. Drop down. Never mind. Blocked out completely.
One that was going straight down.
Oh, beast mode.
Beast mode, he jumped initially. He really wants another one. Even going for it in these overtimes, you gotta love the confidence in which all of G2 approach the game. Even in these tight moments, granted the stakes much higher for OG for sure, but still, they're giving OG everything they got. And here's another touch that OG have to contend with on the midfield. Beast mode. How close G2 are playing this. They knew that touch wasn't going to be quality. Now they get the move downfield. OG.
Beast mode. There's a pinch and another demo from Com. His physicality
Just
has
happened.
made the difference for OG.
Can anyone hear that from the casters? I don't know who it was, but someone's been like a click.
Beast mode gets the bump on Com. JNaps will clear it off the line, and Nolly, even though he's got no boost, oh no, he stole it from JNaps. OG still survived that attack.
That was such a good idea. JNaps, he threatened to go for the ball, and then he immediately turned off, went for the demo. Didn't connect, allowed Com to take the free angle, but still OG are still thinking about the game on offense. Their brain are firing right now, trying to figure out how to get through G2, but every 50 seems to go to a G2 player, uncontested in the midfield. Atomic and Daniel
G2 steal game 5. Oh my god.
Incredible. Daniel goes up for the ball, calls Atomic off. OG doesn't know what to do. There did.
Okay.
Because he hit it with the wheels of his car, he didn't mess up the shot for Daniel. The ball really didn't move at all. And it was a free shot for Daniel to take. The gameplay from G2 is so fun to witness. They play like no one else we've seen in NA.
How about Daniel?
Endpoint beat resolve. Low block beat top Cougars. Celery beat dead players, I don't know.
And they're certainly trying it.
Intimates one, resolve one. Okay, OG off to a great start. Vitality also won. Wait, did I even see BDS?
More than anyone else, where he's got a free ball, he needs to hit the
Did BDS not even make it to get day 3? I didn't see BDS in my winning brackets at all.
On the opportunities that come his way.
That touch will be to G2. He's got a full tank behind JNaps, and that's a great 50 from JNaps. Gets under beast mode, forces the touch too high. Unfortunately, Nolly kind of frozen there with G2 bearing down on him. They do force it through though. Can the speed change for OG? G2 trying to play with rhythm. OG have been able to take advantage of that several times. They're still trying to, but G2, the layers help support when that first man challenge goes the wrong way. OG are back on defense. JNaps trying to bite Atomic, or get Atomic to bite too hard, but Atomic is thoughtful about how he chews down. JNaps can't get away from beast mode, who just weaves his way behind JNaps. Still gets back to the ball, and OG might have a chance to score unless Daniel snipes it down the middle of the field. Daniel,
that's a tie up from Daniel.
Who is this last back? JNaps, maybe a little bit thrown off. You saw how close G2 is playing. Also, JNaps had no boost and gets cut around, so G2 will tie it up.
Just to
JNaps, he knew that Com didn't have a play on the ball as soon as it went back to Daniels. Tried to make up for it in that low boost situation. There's no way he's going to defend it. With Daniel getting the free touch, the best bet might be just to dive forward and challenge on that play.
Beast mode, come on, brother.
On the first challenge.
You can't be trying to do pogos on these guys right now. I know you're winning in the series, but it's been close.
There's a fake, leaves that for beast mode. I love that from Atomic. G2 plays with so much confidence.
Daniel, nice roll up. Now OG need an idea to get through the midfield. That soft touch there might do it. A little risky. That was second to third man, but they make it work. JNaps wins another touch. Beast mode has to dive back. Now Nolly can't get back to the ball. Flying back, cutting off rotation is his teammates to keep him away, but Beast Mode had to give another play up. Nolly up high for this. Can't read Beast Mode's touch. Daniel through the midfield on the 50 again. Beast mode gonna be ready right next to him if it fails. And he'll make sure Comp keeps that ball as tight as possible. Otherwise, that's another G2 goal. Still a pass. No one wants to go. Daniel will wait for Comp's touch, who has no boost, and you see them starting to get desperate, James. Starting to give up the ball in those situations, feeling G2 where they're not.
But it also is that situation where OG thrives. In those low boost situations where their challenges have to be perfect, they find ways to wriggle out of those tight situations over and over again.
Beast mode, no boosts, but it drops out.
That's just in. Daniel just slots it.
They're feeding him now.
This is that third man Daniel shooting. When he can get
Yeah, this isn't looking too good anymore. It's not over by any means.
No, thank you.
Still not good though overall.
Would you rather go up against the Daniel third man shooting?
You know, actually, I'll take the Daniel third man shooting because at least beast mode doesn't make me feel like I installed the wrong game. Beast mode does make me feel like that. Daniel doesn't make me feel like that.
I mean, it definitely looks like they're playing a different game out there.
I mean, they definitely are. G2, they're showing you why. They beat 2 out of the best 3 teams in Europe, in Copenhagen. Only losing the Gentlemates in the grand finals. This team is ridiculous.
And not only are they making all the finals in North America, but to do it internationally as well. It shows you how good G2 actually is. But OG is hanging right in there. They're still just 1 goal behind, and they've had some magical moments so far. They'll need another one here as we approach this final minute of gameplay.
G2, they know that OG have to come out and chase them, so they're just holding the ball, daring them to come forward. Come, use more of your boost. Yeah, come out and stretch for this 50. We know you're not positioned for the follow-up, because we're the ones holding the ball. We're the ones holding the cards. G2 looking for their 6th straight regional final appearance. Here comes Nolly, going for the air dribble bump.
Oh.
Back to Cobb.
Oh, you've got to be serious. What? You gotta be kidding me.
It was Nolly.
What was that, bro?
Into him.
Oh my god.
That is a play we will have to look at again. I cannot believe that wasn't a goal for OG.
Bro, that's so painful.
Racing back.
Oh man.
Might have found an opening. Atomic gets the
Unless they score right now, it just looks like it's a matter of time. Just a slow bleed out. Unless they score. But they can't even score on 0. They all have 0 boost. G2 all had 0 boost and they couldn't even score. Oh my god.
0-second heroics on the board. Calm. Up high. Beast mode is there. There's no window. No gate for OG. And there's no battering ram. G2 hold the walls to another grand final.
Oh man, what a series that was. And I think I speak for everybody.
That's so sad. GG's, but like that is just depressingly sad.
Ever since they burned